Here we go with 5th grade Excel, lesson 57. We're going to be learning about calculating elapsed time, hours, involving AM and PM. AM means ante-meridiem, and it's the label from the time from 12 midnight up to, but not including, 12 noon. So AM is like in the middle of the night when you're sleeping, all the way until it's like lunchtime. That's AM. 8:05 AM is in the morning, but 8:05 PM is in the evening. PM stands for post-meridium, and it's the label for the time from 12 noon up to, but not including, 12 midnight. The AM and PM switch as soon as it hits 12. So once it hits 12 noon, it switches over to PM. Once it hits 12 midnight, it switches over to AM. It is 11 AM. What time will it be in 3 hours? We write an 11 over here, and then the next 3 hours on the clock, the third hour will be the time in 3 hours. When the hour changes across the 12, the label AM or PM will also change. So the way you do this, what you should actually write out would be you write an 11, and then the next thing you do is you write 1, 2, 3 hours later, and then at these little peaks, you're going to put the times, 12, 1, and 2. And since I hit the 12 here, I switched from AM, this is 11 AM, and this goes over to PM right in here. So this is how you do this type of problem. Make sure you do your lumps nice and clearly, and that you put the numbers at the tops or the peaks, and you don't mess up in where you put those. It is 1 AM. What time was it 3 hours ago? So in this problem, they started by writing the 1 first here, and then 3 hours ago, you're going to write 3 lumps, 1, 2, 3. At the top of each lump, write the time that it was before that. And so 3 hours ago, it was 10. And since this is 1 AM, this is also 12 AM, but then here we're in PM. So the answer would be 10 PM. All right, let's do this first one together, and then I'll set you off on your own. It is 9 PM. In 4 hours it will be. Everybody write over here on the left side a 9. Go ahead and do that. Now the next step is to do the 4 hours. Don't make your lumps too small. We got plenty of room to do this. Notice how big mine are. I did 4 lumps. And as you go, you should count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, don't count these peaks. Count the lumps. So I got 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. The little lumps are the things that you count. Then I fill in the numbers. Go ahead and do that. This is 10 o'clock, 11, 12, and 1. Now this starts off as PM, but right here at 12 it switches over to AM. So the answer is 1 AM. You have to write the label with the time anytime they give you the label with the time in the problem. If the label is not given with the problem, you don't have to give a label with the answer. Okay, go ahead and pause the video, try 4 and 5, turn it back on when you're ready to see the solutions. 2 AM, 3 hours ago. You should have started over on this side. I bet some of you started over here. That's not right because we're going backwards. It says 3 hours ago. Then you should have done 3 lumps. 1, 2, 3, and then you fill in the times at the peaks, 12, and this would be 11. It's 11 PM because we crossed over the 12 o'clock hour. It is 8 AM. In 5 hours it will be. You should start here on the left because we're going forward. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 9, 10, 11, 12, and 1. The answer is 1 PM because we crossed over the 12 o'clock hour. All right, go ahead and see if you can answer these 2 questions on your own. Pause the video and turn it back on when you're ready to see the solutions. Okay, it's 5 PM. What time will it be in 12 hours? Explain your answer. Well, there's 12 hours on the clock. So the answer is going to be that it's going to be 5 AM. Explain your answer. I would say there are 12, or you could write the number 12, hours on the clock. So it goes right back to where it was before, only it's 5 AM instead of PM because 12 hours later you're switching from the ante-meridium, or from, in this case, from the post-meridium into the ante-meridium. Okay, it is 7 AM. What time will it be in 24 hours? Well, 24 hours after 7 AM is still going to be 7 AM because there are 24 hours in a day. And that means you're right back where you started at the exact same time. 24 hours in a day. Or something like that. Your answers in the word part does not have to be exactly like mine. All right, here are 2 problems for you to try. Pause the video, show your work here, and make sure you do the check answer to check to see if your answers are right. 5 a.m., 7 hours ago. So you're starting at the 5, you're going back 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice how big my lumps are so that I do not get confused. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So the answer is 10 p.m. because this is a.m. Right here I switch over to p.m. It is 10 p.m. in 4 hours it will be. So you put a 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's 11, 12, 1, and 2. So the answer is 2 a.m. The labels count on these. And then you should write 10 plus 2 here is equal to 12. All right, thanks for watching.